The arrogant fly. In a faraway forest, where tall trees and rivers flowed, there lived a small but very arrogant fly. She flew quickly between the branches, making an annoying buzzing sound. She believed she was the smartest and strongest creature in the jungle. She often flew near big animals and laughed at them, saying, "I am faster than all of you. No one can catch me, not even the strongest animals in the jungle." One day, she saw a lion resting under a big tree after his meal. She flew close to him and started flying around his face, landing on his nose and then on his ear. She challenged him, saying, "You are the king of the jungle, but you can't even get rid of a small fly like me." The lion tried to swat her away with his big paws, but he couldn't catch her. The fly became even more arrogant and annoyed him more. Finally, the lion lost his patience and roared loudly, shaking the trees. But the fly was not scared. She laughed and said, "Your roar is scary, but you can't hurt me." She left the angry lion and flew to a tiger walking proudly among the trees. She flew around him and said, "You are fast, right? But you can't catch me, even if you run at full speed." The tiger became very angry and started jumping, trying to hit her with his claws. But she escaped every time. After many failed attempts, the tired tiger sat down, breathing heavily. The fly laughed and said, "All this effort and you still couldn't touch me. Ha ha ha." Then, she flew to a big elephant drinking water from the lake. She landed on his trunk and said, "You are the biggest animal here, but you are slow and weak. You can't even push me away with your big ears." The elephant looked at her calmly and said, "Fly, strength is not about showing off. Being humble makes others respect us." But the fly didn't care. She laughed and said, "That's what weak animals say." Next, she saw a crocodile lying by the riverbank, his mouth full of sharp teeth. She flew close and buzzed around his head, saying, "You are one of the most dangerous animals in the jungle, right? But you can't even catch a little fly." The crocodile slowly opened his eyes, then suddenly snapped his jaws shut, trying to catch her. But the fly was too fast and flew away, laughing loudly. "Even your strong jaws couldn't stop me." A fox saw her laughing and said cleverly, "Oh, little fly, you're truly unbeatable. No one in the jungle could catch you, and I don't think anyone ever will." The fly felt proud and said, "Of course, no one can challenge me." The fox smiled slyly and said, "But can you fly fast through those branches covered in spider webs? If you succeed, I will admit that you are the greatest." The fly wanted to prove her strength, so she quickly flew toward the tangled trees. She zoomed between the branches until, suddenly, she crashed into a thin, shiny spider web. She tried to escape, but the more she moved, the more the sticky web trapped her. She realized she was caught. She screamed for help, but no one came. A spider slowly approached her and said calmly, "Pride makes us forget dangers, but wisdom and humility help us survive." The fly felt ashamed and realized her mistake. But, sadly, it was too late. The lesson: never look down on others. Everyone has his own strength. Arrogance can make you fall into a trap you never expected. Humility and intelligence earn respect and success.